I think that's it. There he is. You guys ready? Let's pull it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh. Hey! And JB's on there! 600! 600! Yes! Yay! 600 mile time. That would be just... So here we are, back with the real supercharger. Okay, we are on the test track.
I'd recommend putting your head on the headrest.
Okay.
There he's ready.
Nope. Yep. Oh. Oh, there it goes. Oh. Oh, that never gets old either. We have the post-putting production cars here.
Wait, what?
Yeah, oh yeah, you watch it.
Well, why is he gonna throw it?
I don't know, but we're gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Just use a sledgehammer. What?
Well, maybe that was a little too hard.
I'm Eric, otherwise known as Derek, here in Shanghai at Gigafactory 3.
Ballapalooza. It's like tricks.
3, 2, 1.
Will it wipe is the big question of the day.
Will it wipe?
Generic cornflakes.
Whoa! It's raining cornflakes! Oh. This is trippy. Look, there's nothing here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday, everybody. Oh,
You gotta tilt the camera up
I gotta-
because you gotta see. Oh,
a
there we go.
little bit bigger.
There we
so
go.
that you all can see the light has officially been lit. Welcome, everybody. Hopefully you all had a good week. It is August 16th. As usual, we will go through some fun Tesla news that we thought was noteworthy for the week, and then jump into Q&A, hang out with everybody, and just kind of chat and hang out. It's always a good time. We've had a very, very busy week, but we are here today.
Probably a shorter chat tonight,
Yep.
just because we're still pretty busy tonight. So yeah, but we thought we'd still make time to chat with everybody.
Yeah, we'll probably be here at least like an hour. We'll kind of feel this out. We've got, or at least I've got burns all over my hands, and it's been a fun week. Maybe we'll get into that
Not
later.
from the fires, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah, not from a fire. We're just doing some housework, and Eric doesn't really know how to use tools that well. He's learning. So yeah, let's get right into it. So first thing first, one of the big things that we saw this week that I thought was actually pretty awesome to hear about is Everyday Astronaut. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him. He does a lot of like the SpaceX stuff and covers a lot of that. Has a lot of really cool live streams. He actually asked Elon when the next big public release to show a massive leap in Autopilot FSD would be. And Elon actually responded and said the FSD improvement will come as a quantum leap because it's a fundamental architectural rewrite, not just a tweak. And he said he drives the bleeding edge alpha build, which we've seen before. It's actually this really dope dark red, which is a potential new color. And he said at almost 0 interventions between home and work, and limited public release in 6 to 10 weeks. So I wonder if that public release is going to be people on that EAP or early access program.
Yeah.
But it's still pretty awesome to see that it's a complete rewrite.
Yeah.
That's kind of wild.
But yeah, so that's probably coming in Q4 because 6 weeks would put it probably into October or later. But hopefully, you know, everybody with Autopilot 3 at least. I don't know if everybody with I wonder if Autopilot 2, 2.5 people will see that.
I know. So,
or if this is where it splits.
Exactly. And so we've kind of been talking about this back and forth. Is this where anyone with the FSD computer is going to start progressing more so than those with like the 2.0 or 2.5 computer?
Because they've really ramped up, you know, getting everybody switched over and getting, for those who have paid for full self-driving, they've been doing a lot of upgrades. They're still expanding it out to the rest of the world though, so they still have a long ways to go, but they have ramped it up from what they were doing a few months ago.
Yep, and we already have our first visitor in the studio tonight.
Yeah, she's checking out the vacuum. She likes the vacuum.
She likes the vacuum. I don't understand why.
One dog loves the vacuum, the other one hates it.
Yeah. Anyway, also, there's a new Mcu2 fix.
Yeah, so we've talked in the past, a lot of people who have the older cars from like before March of 2018 have what's called Mcu2, and that has an eMMC memory chip, which after a certain number of reads and writes, it starts slowing down and can fail. And one thing Tesla did come out with was the Mcu2 upgrade, which we went ahead and had done. We've talked about it on numerous videos, and we can always answer any questions you have on that. But for people who didn't want to pay that $2,500 for the upgrade to Mcu2, they had to pay to replace Mcu2 if they were out of warranty, and that was costing anywhere from like $1,300 to $1,900 or more. And that's really only problem was you needed a new memory chip. And so some people have been complaining. The NHSDA is researching. Or
investigation, I think.
Yeah, investigating and asking for more information on that. But basically, when the MCU goes bad, your center screen goes out, and you don't hear some media. It's hard to control charging. It's hard to control the air conditioner, heating, all that stuff. And so that's why it was reported by some owners. But anyways, Tesla has come out with a cheaper upgrade, or not upgrade option, but a cheaper option for those people who are out of warranty, where you can basically replace just that eMMC, well, the daughter board that contains like the Tegra chip and the memory chip, and it allows them to just pop it out, pop in another one. The part is only like $100 plus labor. And some people are saying that they had to just pay the labor and the part. Other people are saying they had to pay a diagnostic fee. I don't know why Tesla is charging both a diagnostic fee and labor for some people. You'd think if they're going to do a diagnostic, they would apply that towards the labor fee of swapping it out because they're already, you know, taking a look at it. But anyways, people are paying between like $350 to $500 and able to get that eMMC chip, and basically that gets their car back to how it was when it was new, whether it was a 2012 or up to, you know, March 2018 car. It's the same functionality that they had, just the speed is back.
Yeah.
It still doesn't give them all the new functionality like the Mcu2 upgrade has, but it is nice that Tesla came out with a cheaper option for those people who are out of warranty.
Yeah, it's definitely nice. So they don't have to spend like that $2,000.
Yeah. Another thing is that I heard that
cheaper.
People have been showing their invoice, and it shows it's a 64 gigabit memory chip, so it's a lot bigger than what was previously installed. And since Tesla has reduced the logging when their firmware is running on the car, that chip should last, instead of like 4 to 6 years, which is what it currently was. It should be going, like decades. So it's definitely, you won't have to replace that again if you stick with Mcu2.
So what was that original chip? Was it like a 16 gig?
I thought it was 8 or 16. I don't know.
Oh my God. Even 8 or 16 is still crazy small when you look at the price.
Yeah, but since they've reduced logging and stuff like that, that greatly increases the life. And by having that additional memory, they don't have to write in the same spots all the time. So that, again, it should make it last the life of the car. It could be decades.
Yeah, definitely. It's nice to see just a cheaper option altogether. So thank you, Tesla. A lot of owners really will appreciate that. Next up, we have a China Tesla update. So there's been a lot of talk about a China-made specific car, and it looks like Tesla has released some hints that might just be happening with a bunch of different job postings, like design manager and a couple other like very key positions that you would need to develop a car for a specific market. So could that be coming? I definitely think it will. It's just a matter of time at this point, but I definitely think they could probably use a smaller car.
Need to staff up, so they're definitely getting the ball rolling by hiring these employees, so they can start doing the maintenance or the design and everything right there in China.
Yeah, so that was definitely awesome. I think actually one of the biggest things that we kind of skipped over originally is the stock split announcement.
Yeah, that was.
I think that was actually
exciting.
almost bigger than the Quantum. Okay.
Yeah.
Quantum Leap might be more fun, but the stock split means a lot more money in any of your investor pockets potentially.
Eventually.
It just makes it. I like the stocks. Okay, none of this is investment advice. I feel like we have to preface this because I just don't want to get in trouble. I think it will definitely allow a lot more people to buy in. And I think that is the exciting thing for me is a lot of my friends and everything are like, hey, I really want to get some Tesla stock, but $1,600, $1,500 or $1,400, it's a big chunk of change.
Yeah, and
so
the stock has gone, very well, it's varied wildly over the past year.
Yeah.
Even just this year, it was down to like $200 or $300, and it went up to like $1,800 or over $1,800. Dropped down a little bit more, but it was like $1,400 when they announced the stock split, and then it shot up to like almost $1,600, back in the 1,500s, I believe. But a lot of people trying to buy in because I believe it's anyone who owns as of I think August 21st. Yeah. And so I went ahead and bought a few shares myself, so I'll have 5 times as many shares. Now that does divide the price up. So if it's $1,500, it will divide up so each one is worth approximately $300. But then hopefully that will allow, like Eric said, more people to buy in at the cheaper price, and hopefully the price will just go right back up. I'm sure it could drop down temporarily if a lot of people try to sell it and collect some of their earnings, but it'll go back up eventually in the future. So if you're definitely in it for the long run, it's really exciting news.
Yeah. Real quick, John, thank you for the $5 super chat. Every week you
John,
show up.
Yeah,
I really, really
John.
appreciate you, man. I checked my email. I saw it. I will respond to you a little later and let you know. I saw the message there, so we can chat a little later. But thank you for the $5 super chat, man. I really appreciate it. But yeah, the stock split. I'm super, super excited for it. Means we'll have that many more shares, which we all love. And I'm just excited for more people to be able to invest at a more reasonable cost. I think that'll be great. Let's see. Someone said fractional shares make splits useless unless it does change people's mindset. Agreed. Yeah, and stock splitting doesn't mean as much now that people can get fractional shares.
Yeah, not everything has fractional shares though, do they? Because when I was trying to buy some stuff last week, at least with my brokerage, they didn't allow fractional shares. I didn't look at Tesla though. I was looking at a different company. So, yeah, but I wouldn't want to get a fractional share, and then when it splits, it wouldn't round up. So
yeah, I don't do fractional shares. Yeah. I honestly don't even know if my brokerage accounts allow that.
Mine, Fidelity, I know is what I use for mine, but they offer it on some, but not everything.
It seems like maybe Robinhood does. I don't know. Somebody said no, not everybody. Places like Robinhood. So maybe Robinhood does. I honestly just stay away from fractional share. It's because, like you said, it's just like.
Do they round it up, or do you?
Exactly. I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't researched that. Yeah.
Paul said Cash App and Robinhood do. Okay, sweet. Well, I mean, fractional shares are great, I guess, in that aspect, but yeah. Oh, somebody said I believe fractional shares don't give you any voting rights. Interesting. Yeah. I did not know that.
Not like we own like a lot that our vote really counts that much compared to those people who own like tens of thousands of shares.
Or millions, yeah.
It's nice to still have a word, and I definitely always vote whenever I get the email reminder, but it's just a quick, usually I agree with the board, but
Yeah. Yas said Fidelity allows fractional shares.
I know they do. I didn't know it for Tesla, but I do know they allow it for some others.
Yeah, they said they bought some Tesla with it.
Okay.
So,
good
awesome.
to know.
Yeah. But I don't know. I haven't done fractional myself, so I'm not that familiar with it. But it is nice just to see it at a more reasonable price for people, because I still think it'll go back up eventually. Next up, some Cybertruck and V4 supercharging. So right now, the fastest supercharging you can do is version 3.
Yeah.
And that's up to 250 kilowatt. Is it kilowatt hours? I always confuse that.
It's kilowatts.
Kilowatts, okay. I want to make sure I'm going good with that. And so it was caught in the presentation, and it's kind of been making the rounds on Twitter lately, from, I think it's like Whole Mars Twitter or something Mars Twitter. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up. Anyway, they've been kind of making the rounds with it. How in the presentation when the Cybertruck was unveiled, it said 250 plus.
Yeah.
So that is kind of making the rounds and letting everybody know the new battery types and everything that they're coming out with will probably be capable of that extra supercharging speed, which everyone is always grateful for.
And as Eric said, the current like supercharger V3 is at a maximum of 250 kilowatts, but like the competitor Electrify America does have some that have up to 350 kilowatts.
Yeah.
But really, there's no cars or one or two cars that are able to take advantage of that, and so it's not very widespread yet. But I do remember when somebody was saying that there was going to support 350, and Elon said that's like what, a child's toy.
Child's toy or child's play.
Yeah, something like that. So it's funny, but that definitely means that Tesla has something planned. It'll be cool to see how fast V4 is. And again, you don't get that whole 250 or 350 whatever speed the entire charging session, but it does just help you ramp up faster and shorten your charge time overall. So it just helps turnover, especially those really super busy superchargers. It helps it so you're not charging and you're not waiting as long.
So, question then. Could Tesla already be incorporating these V3 superchargers that we think, and they are potentially V4 compatible?
That's I don't know. That's a good.
And we
point.
just don't know because our car can only go up to 250.
And it's also possible they might be able to upgrade because when the other V2 superchargers came out, I think they were limited to like 120, and they bumped them up to like 130, and then they're really up to 150 just on a V2. So they still have some headroom in there where they were able to bump up the V2. So who knows? Maybe it's V3. Maybe they're actually V4.
Yeah, because it seems like they've been doing a lot of supercharger push, and I know they've been trying to upgrade some of the other ones, but upgrading isn't always the easiest when they're trying to build so many. So it makes sense if they know kind of where they're going to just start making them that compatible.
Will be interesting too.
Fact.
If when they do go and upgrade like the V2 ones, if they go probably jump right to V4 once V4 comes out.
Right. Yeah.
But interesting.
Yeah. And then one thing we kind of wanted to cover because it affects us here in Colorado and several other states
Anybody
occasionally.
who's traveling across Colorado.
Anyone who's traveling. Last week we actually came back 2 weeks ago.
It was last week.
Oh God,
we were
last
driving
week. I don't even know my time anymore.
Basically, we picked up the Model Y. Eric flew out to California, picked up the Model Y. I flew into Moab, and we did some touristy stuff around there. And we drove back on I-70 through western Colorado. Went through Grand Junction. There was a huge fire there just north of Grand Junction. It really took off. At one time, I think it was Friday, I-70 was closed. Fortunately, it was open. We were able to drive east across I-70 to get back home. Yeah. But since then, I-70 has been closed for several days, and that's really causing a lot of travel problems. So if you're planning on like a cross-country trip through Colorado, don't.
Yeah.
You skip I-70, it is closed. You're going to have to take detours on like a 2-lane road, 285, and very limited supercharger coverage on 285. We do have one, you can charge up before you get on 285. There's one that they're building right in Aspen Park Conifer area. It's not done yet. Looks really close. Might open this week. But the next one after that is like an hour or so away, maybe an hour and a half in Poncha Springs. From there, you can still jump around to southwestern Colorado, but you're really going to have to charge. I don't know if cars with smaller batteries would be able to make it. So if you're planning a road trip across Colorado, definitely check the traffic and road conditions, because with all these fires across the state, there's another one now in Glenwood Springs, or in Glenwood Canyon, which is east of Glenwood Springs. Yeah. And that's one that's really causing the interstate to be shut down.
Yeah, so I mean, definitely be careful of that if you are planning anything. I'm thankful that we were able to get through when we did, and we know some people that are traveling around that direction, and
there's a lot
tough.
of detours because and we were able to make it home no problem, and we could have made it home on a detour if we would have had to, since we had the you got like 300 something mile range on your Model Y. Yeah, but it's definitely something to be aware of for people heading. If you're on the north side, I would maybe take I-80. Otherwise, got to go through New Mexico and Arizona if you want to avoid Colorado entirely.
Yeah, that's
lots of superchargers down there now. Fortunately, you could.
Or you could go up through Wyoming.
Well, yeah, I said I-80.
Oh yeah, okay, yep. But long story short, it's a mess up there right now. We've been getting a lot of that smoke here every day.
It's really smoky. Our voices are kind of hoarse just because there is so much smoke in the air. It's like some days we can't even see more than like half a mile, and the fires are like over 100 miles away. Yeah. And we cannot see because of the smoke here. And it has some pretty sunsets, but that just means that it's a lot of fires out west.
It means a lot of stuff's on fire. Yeah. So, something to think about if you're traveling. And then some things going on in the next week or two. So coming this week, we actually have a service appointment for our Model Y.
Woo-hoo. But it's good. It's a good
one. So finally getting Homelink installed because God, I hate having to carry around the stupid garage remote that I have to. It's like the flip one. It's like this big.
It's
and
like
it just like flips cover.
You normally would mount outside.
Yeah,
and
it's a pain in the butt. But anyway, finally getting Homelink installed. We're getting the factory Oem Tow Hitch installed. And
they're doing both of those with mobile technicians.
Yeah, they're actually coming out to the house, which is going to be interesting because I think there's only one person to drop a bumper and everything. I'm curious to see how they do it. So we'll see how that works.
And this is, we could have gotten it in sooner, but then Eric wanted to get the car wrapped and get some other work done. So that's why he had to cancel that appointment, take it out to California and did some other things there.
Yep.
And so we got this car at the end of June, but they could have gotten us in, sometime in early July, but we've just move things around. So it's
and Diego says no more secrets. So this is us coming clean, no secrets. I mean, maybe I'll snake you guys a little bit, but and then Model 3 update 2, the race car is actually getting its FSD upgrade.
Yeah, and again, that's something we could have gotten done, 6-8 months ago,
or longer.
But the car was in Japan.
Yeah.
So we just got the car back like 2-3 weeks ago. So now we're scheduled the appointment, and they didn't have this parts in stock. So that's why we're waiting until next week, I think, on that.
Yeah.
We will finally have the hardware 3 on the Model 3.
Yeah, exactly. Real quick, Douglas said you could have temporarily used the Homelink in one of your other cars via the app to open the garage door. Worked great for me until I got Homelink installed. That's not a bad idea. I mean, we have a garage door app that I thought about using.
Through LiftMaster.
The only thing, though, is that when it opens the door, it doesn't beep. But when it closes, it'll beep for like 10 seconds really loud before it actually closes so anyone around knows. Yeah. And it's just annoying.
It's basically a safety feature so that if somebody's working in the garage or some kids out there and you're remotely changing, we can open and close our garage doors from anywhere in the world with our LiftMaster app or now with the Tesla app. But we it's a safety issue, like he said. It beeps and it's really loud. You can hear it from like 3 houses away, and we don't want to have to put our neighbors through that. So it'll be nice just to have Homelink and send those signals.
Exactly. John said, "Are you going to record the install?" I'll do as much as I can. I know Tesla service, especially like the mobile and everything, doesn't like to be on camera, obviously. But anything I can get, I definitely will.
Or if we can't record, maybe they'll let us snap a few pictures when everything's taken off. We've done it ourselves, back on the first Model Y we had. We did it back in like April or May, whenever that was.
I'm curious to watch them though and see if there's anything that could have made our install faster.
I wonder if they fix those bolts. Remember the bolt in back behind the trunk? There was one of the bolts that was stripped, and the design was really poor.
And Tesla had that same issue.
They're not the only one. So it'd be nice if they have swapped that out, or to a newer part that doesn't have that issue. Or if not, let's see if the Tesla mobile tech has the same issue. I don't know.
I know,
but
right?
It'd be cool to see the inside too, because it should be pretty much the same, except we'll have that wiring harness and the pigtail or whatever for the wiring. So.
Yep. Steve said, "How do I know if my Model 3 has the V3 hardware? Is there a screen on the interface that says so?" Yes. Yep. So if you click on the T icon,
software. And
if you go to the car icon on the bottom left, and then software tab, is it?
Yeah.
And then it'll say there like more details about my car,
information, something,
and it'll have
like
your pop up a screen. It'll have like your IMEI number, stuff like that. Don't post that information, FYI. But it'll also tell you what computer you have in your car. So you can do that.
And also, depending on when your car was built, if your car was like before like March of 2019, then you probably only have hardware 2.5 in your Model 3. If it came it depends, because some of the cars I heard were still getting 2.5, even though some were getting 3. But if you got it in 2020, it's hardware 3. If you got it in late 2019, it's hardware 3. But if it was March, April, May, could be 2.5 or 3. So but if you check that screen, you'll definitely know.
Yep. On said he has a mobile service coming out this week as well. Tomorrow, awesome. And then Brad said, "Thanks for the solar panel referral. Appreciate all you both do. Keep
Oh,
up
yeah,
the solar
Brad. Yeah, we
production
saw that.
updates. Keep it
Thanks.
up. Thank you very
It's-
much, Brad.
Yeah.
I was messaging him back and forth.
I remember
yeah.
he mentioned like 2 months ago that he got it installed, but it takes a while. I think they wait about 2 months before you get the referral. They want to make sure you're going to keep it, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks again, Brad, on that. Speaking of referrals, though, I saw that Aaron bought either a Model 3 or I don't know. I saw you have a new referral a couple days ago from
well,
Aaron.
thank you, Aaron. Much
If
appreciated.
you're watching, yes.
And as any of you who have used it, especially our solar panel referrals, really happy to be able to give you guys that information. But speaking of solar panels, we have a solar update.
Yep, and yeah. So basically, another good week. It's the days are getting shorter, and there is a lot of smoke in the air, but that's not really affecting our solar that much. We had a really similar week this week for solar. I think we got slightly less production.
The screen's all messed up.
Oh, that's weird. But basically, last week I think we had like 705 kilowatt hours. This week's 687, so just a slight decrease. But we only used 419, so we definitely banked some more, sent it back to the grid. A couple, like 250 kilowatt hours back to the grid. And for the year, we're still doing great with. Ever since March, we've been generating way more solar than we've been using, and we have like over 4,500. It looks like kilowatt hours in the bank, which our electric company lets us roll over.
Yeah, I don't know why it like cuts my screen here, and then
probably
it didn't do
driver
that
issue.
when I checked beforehand. But anyway, look, the big numbers here. We've sent almost 11,000 kilowatt hours to the grid, and we've only taken 6,400.
Yeah.
So we still have a bank.
Like 4,500 or so that should cover our usage in November, December, January and stuff. So that means we will definitely have a surplus, and we might be 100% offset our grid usage for the year.
Quick ice car reviews said it's been forever since I've seen Morrison Hiker in the chat. Huh.
No,
He should say something.
sorry.
So yeah, super happy with our solar. We are still experiencing the issue with our transformer, but that's on the electrical side, not Tesla's problem. But it's still a pain in the butt. It's affecting the solar. Still waiting.
Some days are worse than others. It definitely is related to the transformer, but there should be some progress. We've been hearing some news, but hopefully we'll have progress on a resolution to that soon.
Exactly, and our electric provider, Excel Energy, moves at a snail's pace. I mean, snail's pace.
But really,
so
they're not making any money off of us from electricity anymore because our solar system is so large and we have a surplus. They're not making any money, so I can see it's not really in their incentive. But you know what? We're providing renewable energy to them, which they pay for us. Same what they would charge. So, they're able to count that as production, and they can count that toward their percentage of required. Because it's a statewide mandate that they have to produce a certain amount of energy has to be green energy. So, they should be thankful of us and treat us better, I think.
Yeah, exactly. That's my attitude. But we also have some information about an outage we had too.
Oh yeah, I forgot. What was that, like Thursday or so?
Yeah, this Thursday.
We had another outage. I don't know what caused it this time, but there was like over 1,100 customers in our southwest Denver metro area that were without power, and it went on for like 4 hours. But again, not a problem. Our Powerwalls kicked in and said they were powering the house. I think we were like 80-something% where they kicked in, and 4 hours, no problem. Of course, the sun came up, a little after 6, and we're not concerned at all. It was funny because I kept getting texts from Excel saying it's going to be back on at 7, it's going to be on at 8. It wasn't, and then I kept replying saying it's not on. Our house was working fine, but I could just see that our Powerwalls were not receiving any grid power, so I just kept telling Excel it's still not working. So,
yeah,
again,
it is nice that
problem.
we have that.
It's nice to have those Powerwalls,
Yeah, and I mean, I retweeted something too. One of Bonnie's friends, she's a big member of the Tesla community, responded to her and was like, yeah, I was napping, had no idea the power even went out, everything worked as normal.
That's funny because
it's great to see Powerwall success
So if
stories.
with Bonnie's friend, I wonder, so for those of you who have Powerwalls, you might not know it, but there's a setting in notifications in the app that you might have to turn on, but basically you can get notifications for your cars or for the Powerwalls, and you just have to go and set it on, and then whenever the grid goes down for like more than 5 minutes, you get a notification saying that the grid is down, Powerwalls are taken over. The nice thing is it doesn't send those announcements for every single outage, so in our case, if we have a ton of outages every day because of the power company, we don't get all those notifications, but when we have like a 4 hour, again, if it's over 5 minutes, we'll get a notification.
Yeah, so like on the, let me see, okay, can't show that screen. If you click on the settings tab and then the notifications, it'll pop this up, and you can see either vehicle or energy, and you can click on any of that. So make sure you have that enabled if you have solar panels and everything.
And the cool thing too, I forgot to mention, it's a new feature that Tesla rolled out a few months ago, and it's something we had tweeted about last year, where basically they rolled it out for the 3 and the Y, and now it's coming out in the latest release, like 2020.32. But basically, if you have a car charging and the grid is down, the car, you can set a limit, and basically we had our Powerwalls set to 35% every day, but we had it set so if a car is charging, stop at 40%, and it worked perfectly with the Model Y was charging at the time, and I could see it was charging. We usually charge at about 40 amps, and on the Model Y, and I was watching it as the grid, or as the Powerwalls went down to at 40% limit. I saw the amps just slowly went down, like 39, 38, 37. So very slowly, and it went down. It was down 1 or 2 amps, and it totally just shut off perfectly, and it ended it right at 40% on the Powerwalls. And we don't have that feature yet for the Model S's, but once we get the 2020.32 update, that should be available for the Model S's as well.
Yeah. Yep.
So that was cool to finally see that feature, because we asked for that. Elon said it was coming, and it works.
It does.
And it didn't require any new hardware or anything.
No.
It was totally a software solution, just as I said. Because whenever the Powerwalls they're always communicating with Tesla servers, and the cars communicate with Tesla servers, so they could just keep track of it and say, oh yeah, they're having an outage, so let's turn off charging on the car automatically. It worked perfectly.
Yeah. Worked out really, really well. But yeah, I guess that's kind of it for our news for the day. We'll go ahead and start jumping into chat, start answering some questions. So if you have anything, definitely drop it down there, and we will hopefully get to it. Sometimes we can get a little bit backed up, but we will try not to today. I'm going to try to stay on it. The official Justin Wong said, have you guys experienced turtle mode? My front motor on the Tesla Y failed 3 times with 3,000 miles on it. No power steering, only goes 9 miles an hour.
Oh, wow.
In service till they say it's a software and they say it's a software problem. I haven't experienced that, but on Scott's Model S, he lost power steering because I guess one of his wires got chewed through
a month
by
or two
rodents.
back. Yep.
And he was having some problems then, I think, with his arm, so he couldn't really do that, and no power steering. I took it to Tesla service and had to do like a 12-point turn to get it into a parking spot. It was hilarious. I don't know how people live without power steering anymore.
Yeah, but I don't know. We haven't had a failure like that where, if dual motors, Elon had said, if one fails the other, it depends on what motors you have and what car you have.
True.
So it sounds like it still works, but 9 miles an hour is pretty slow. But yeah, we haven't seen that yet. I know some other cars, I think it's like the Nissan Leaf or something, they also have a similar issue where you can still drive it, but it's like, they call it turtle mode too.
Oh, okay.
The owners do, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's not great. John, thank you again for the $2 super chat. He said, got my Jetta wireless charging pad. It works on thick cases. Yeah, so it actually works on this one really well, but it's not a super thick case, but I had issues. The Samsung S20 Plus, which is what I have, wasn't charging on the OEM charging pad in the Y. And luckily that one does, because it was a pain in the butt to have to deal with not getting a charge. Thank you, though, for the $2 super chat. On said, is all the smoke affecting your solar production? I don't know if this was before or after David mentioned it.
Not too bad. I mean, we've had a lot of smoke.
Don't really notice anything.
It maybe, if it's down, it might be a few kilowatt hours for the day, but it's not really bad. And the cool thing is we have so many solar panels that we just need a little bit of light, and that's enough to power the house. Anything above that, and we can charge the Powerwalls back up and then start sending it back to the grid. So if it's, we might have lost a few kilowatt hours, but it's not that bad.
Yeah. Mr. DSN 189 said, if you each owned enough Tesla shares to force a proposal to be voted on at an annual shareholder meeting, what would you propose to tweak to the direction or priorities of Tesla moving forward?
Oh, wow.
Oof, that's a heavy question.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a heavy question. I mean, batteries are always their hold up. Elon said it multiple times. Maybe put more time and money and resources into new product development, such as like Roadster and Cybertruck. But again, I don't know what's really happening behind the scenes.
Yeah,
so they might be doing that anyway.
Yeah, because especially with the next Gigafactory there in Austin, they're supposed to be able to start producing Cybertruck, and the Roadster's going to still be in Fremont, but the Semi, I think, was going to be in Austin. So yeah, we don't know behind the scenes. So I can't answer that.
That's a super deep, good question,
we'll have
though.
to
I'm
think
not gonna
about
lie.
that. We'll have to think about that.
I'll try to think about it this week, and maybe next week chime in, and we'll see if we have a more solid answer for you. The Apple Brain said, "Is now a good time to buy a long-range Tesla Model S? If it works for you and is what you would like, by all means. I don't think there's ever." Well, okay, some people are going to disagree with me in chat. I guarantee it. There's never necessarily a bad time, but there's never necessarily a great time. It's, does the product and the price that you would be buying work for you at the time? And while knowing there's always going to be something in the future coming out. Take phones, great example. Every year, every 6 months, there's almost like a new phone. I know people, I hate to say it, I'm normally one of them, that gets that new phone like every 6 months. Phones are a little cheaper, easier to manage that cost. As for cars, it's something that most people keep for a while.
Yeah.
So it's really up to you. Is the long-range Tesla S, is that something that works for you as is, or is there something more that you want that it doesn't have that would be a deal breaker?
Because Tesla, they don't wait for annual cars to do all new stuff, and they're constantly adding new features throughout the year. So if today's car is what you want, definitely go ahead and buy it. But just know that next month there might be some new features out, and you
maybe at the end of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, you never really know. So it's really what works for you. That being said, if you are looking at getting potentially a Plaid S or X, those aren't out yet. I would maybe wait for those, but again, I honestly think those are going to be back up to $160 plus $1,000.
Yeah.
So at that point, you have to weigh your options. Is it worth that kind of money to potentially wait? Could it be the same price? Yes, but I don't think it will. So some things to really weigh and see what works best for you. And I hate to say there's really no solid yes or no.
It's funny because there's a joke, I don't know exactly how it goes, but somebody says like there's two times like to buy your Tesla, or one's the best day to, what is it? It's like the best day and the worst day of buying, what is it? I can't remember.
I know, but it's like the same day.
It's the same day because when you buy your Tesla, you're all happy, but it's also the worst day because then something else is going to come out the next day. So you just got to be happy with what you got.
That being said, we have a Model S right now. It's basically a long range. It's 100D. Absolutely love it.
It's not the same as the long range 2020.
Right. It doesn't have like the Raven suspension or a couple other things. That being said, I'm waiting till Plaid comes out to upgrade the S.
Yeah. And so,
but there's still some things that we want in that upgrade that if it's not, we'll wait.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I hate to say it. I get asked this question so much, but there's nothing I could say that's like a definitive yes or no.
Yeah. And you never know too if Tesla's going to have a huge thing or if they're just going to change, put a Plaid badge on it.
Exactly.
And change on one of the motors or something like that, or change the battery. Is it going to be all new? We don't know.
Somebody asked about Ridgebacks, and yes, we do. We have two of them. That is Kit, and Layden was in here earlier. Good eye. Absolutely love Ridgebacks. Bruce Smith said, can you add a referral code after ordering? Ordered a Model 3 late July and didn't use one. I believe so. It goes back and forth, it seems, with Tesla.
Depends on who you talk to.
Worst case, you can always call the 1-800 number or your owner advisor and see. But I've been told it has to be placed online when you order it, and I've also been told sometimes they can add it afterwards.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know.
And it's not huge. If you don't get it and you try and you can't get it, it's not huge. Depending on where you live, the supercharging might be worth $100 or probably less than $200. So it'd be nice to have, but I wouldn't been out of shape if you can't get it added.
Yeah. Gustavo said Autopilot will continue to be updated. Is it worth to spend $8,000 now? I'm afraid some of them will not be included in the future.
Well, I think we've always paid like $7,000 or $8,000 because when I bought the 2016 car, it was like $5,000 for enhanced autopilot and $3,000 for full self-driving, and so they kind of made some of it standard, so you didn't have to pay for the basic autopilot functionality. But it depends. I definitely appreciate it. I would not want to do a road trip without like without the auto lane change.
Yeah,
it's so much easier on a road trip.
Yep. We're going to speed round this. Sorry, I'm answering questions from like 9-10 minutes ago. Jonathan said, I'm looking to buy a Model Y around December or January. When should I time my orders so that I get a 2021 model if the current wait time is 3 to 6 weeks? I mean, you could order it at the beginning of December, but it depends when it was built.
Yeah.
So
And
that could be tricky.
And for most of the past years, Tesla
Yeah.
didn't produce the next year's model until, like January 1st. But last year, I think it was
swapped
in
it up.
October where they finally started having those VINs out earlier. But it was the exact same car. All it is the VIN has a different letter that went up to say it's a 2021, but it's the same as the car that was built. Well, there
Yeah.
were a couple things that might have changed, but very minor features.
Yeah.
It's not like there's a big change with the next model.
So Steve said, just pulled up the screen we suggested, and all it says is full self-driving computer, doesn't show numbers 2, 5, or 3. So full self-driving computer is the 3.0.
They kind of changed the
It's the
naming.
newest.
Yeah.
So there's some different verbiage there, but the full self-driving computer is basically when we refer to hardware 3,
Yeah.
it's that. So you're all updated.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Diego saying, do we think the rewrite will change the user interface? I wonder how different the
don't
screen
know.
will look. I mean, that's a good thought.
Yeah, I don't think so. 'Cause
But what
it's
about the
supposed to be-
display of the cars?
It could change that, but I don't think it's going to change the whole screen because they did a big rollout,
Yeah.
a year or so ago when they did that, and tried to get the 3 to look the same as the S and the X. And since this is like an autopilot rewrite, it's not an entire firmware update. I think they have the user interface that way. This is going to be more like how it works behind the scenes.
True, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind a little bit of a refresh. Helma said, I got a new center screen for our Model X and realized the yellowing edges a few days ago. No problem with the previous screen. Shouldn't the new screens be without the yellowing issue?
Yeah,
I
that's
would think so.
interesting.
I would definitely contact them and see
And
what's
see
up.
if it was a new, or check your receipt or whatever your
Invoice.
and see, did it say it was a remanufactured screen or was it a brand new one? The cool thing is nowadays, if you do have that problem, you go to the service center, and if you're under warranty, you can get it done for free. But there's just a little light they can shine on, which will help cure like the adhesives that are in the screen. And you just have to drop off the car for a few hours, and it cures those glues or whatever in there, and then it fixes it. So if you have that problem, just check with them, and they should be able to take care of it.
Yep. Ferdian said, do you guys think Volkswagen will eventually surpass Tesla in the EV market?
I don't know if they ever have any.
I doubt it.
But, I mean,
I would love to be wrong, but I don't see it.
They definitely have like the manufacturing capability,
You
and I know
bet.
they say they're going to have 20 different models, but how many models? They've got like 1 or 2 models as far as I know, and they're not releasing a lot of them in the U.S. It's always, it's coming next year. We're still waiting.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
Yep. Benjamin said, should we wait to order a Model Y until battery day or order it now?
I would order it now.
I would order it now. Here's my rationale with battery day. So with this announcement, I don't think the current models are going to see it right away. I think the new batteries are going to go into Cybertruck and the Roadster and the Semi, because we've seen the Cybertruck and the Roadster have that really good range. And then I think they'll start bringing the new batteries and everything into the Plaid S and X, which I believe are going to be a higher priced variant, almost like the original price of S and X, which were $150,000, $160,000.
Or even if it's 120, that's way more than like 80,000 or
True.
90,000.
And then I don't think Model 3 or Y are going to see that for quite a while, or even like long range S or X will even see those batteries for quite a while until they really ramp up manufacturing and can like trickle everything down. That's just my thought.
Yeah, but it would be interesting to see. Hopefully, we'll see the Plaid version. Hopefully, it's got some new battery, like who knows, maybe 110, 120 kilowatt hours. We'll see.
Oh yeah, hopefully
Might
even
use
higher.
this,
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe we'll finally use the cells that the 3 and the Y have.
True. Yep. Aaron said, did you see Elon's tweet with a picture of a plaid shirt and said, can't wait to wear this? I did, and I can't wait to wear it either. In our brand new plaid Model S. I don't know how David's going to feel about letting go of the current S,
Maybe
but I
we'll
kind of...
Maybe we can pass that down or hand me down to somebody else in the house.
There
Who
you
knows,
go. But I think a new plaid would be pretty dope. Let's see. Somebody said they're watching this on their Model Y. Awesome, Michael. That's awesome. That's actually pretty cool. Sal said, had my Y 2 weeks and had full power shutdown. Now I'm driving a 2015 S90D loaner. Definitely missed the Y.
That's a big difference, yeah.
Yeah, that is a very
I know
big
a lot
difference.
of people are always talking about like they get loaners. At least you got a loaner that's better than nothing, better than a nice car. But I
Yeah.
know that a lot of the loaners are like a few years old and they're missing on like autopilot or they put them in chill mode so you can't
Yeah.
appreciate it. And it's kind of leaves a bad taste because people are like, oh, I miss my Y. Oh, Y is a really good car. But unfortunately, they're not giving you the best S or the best X. So don't let it disappoint you too much.
Just wait until you get the Y back, and you'll be so much more appreciative.
Yeah. I see Diego was asking how many referrals one needs to get a Roadster. Well, they don't give away Roadsters based upon referrals anymore. The only time they do have drawings, but it used to be in the past, if you got like 55 referrals, you could earn a Roadster. They stopped that program a couple years ago when the Model 3 came out because they were giving away too many Roadsters.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. But you can still earn tickets into the drawing every quarter. So definitely check that out.
And we've heard of 2 or 3 people, there's probably been more of that, who've won Model Ys.
Yeah.
And so they're also supposed to be giving away, a Roadster. Or,
I think a Roadster is every quarter and a Model Y is every month.
Something like that.
Something like that.
So we haven't heard of those owners yet, but it's still possible. But there's no set answer as to how many referrals you need to be able to win because it's a random drawing supposedly.
Yep. 40-year fitness. Do you think Tesla will ever buy the Boring Company? I mean, I don't think so. I don't really know I don't think so.
Yeah, they'll probably just work closely because if Elon's part of both of them, they'll just work closely. You might be some employees that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Barna, I said happy Sunday. Happy Sunday back. Let's see. Carrie said, do you think it's safe to buy a Model S now with Autopilot 3 or FSD, or do you expect there will be a big upgrade for S in the coming year? I mean, Elon said this, what's in the car is all they need for FSD.
Yeah, and they're upgrading everybody now to hardware 3, a full self-driving computer now. So any car that comes out, I think, this year, it's going to support whatever full self-driving functionality there is.
Tyler Oliver, UK, said, how many times can a Powerwall charge your Tesla?
The
Not
Powerwall
very
battery.
many.
The Powerwall battery is way smaller. So
Yeah.
Tesla cars, the smallest battery they had 40 back in the day, but 60, 75 is kilowatt hours, 100 kilowatt hours now. The Powerwall battery is like 14 or less kilowatt hours. So you can't really do that, and that's why you have to be careful. And that's why they came out with the software features. Basically, when you're charging your car, if there was an outage, it could totally drain your Powerwalls, or it could drain 4 Powerwalls, and so that's why they came out with that software feature, just so you can set the limit so it doesn't do that. If you have your wall connectors or your full house backup set to keep charging the cars if the power goes out.
Yeah. Dan with the $20 super chat.
Uh-oh.
He's gonna do it.
Woo-hoo.
He did it. Thank you so much. I said, hey guys, keep up.
My headphone alert.
Yeah,
sorry.
headphone alert. I guess that's too late now.
If you ever see a big super chat, cover your ears.
Yeah, any super chat over, I guess, I don't know. We've been doing it like $20 gets confetti, so congrats. Hey guys, keep up the great content. Love the upgrades to the Model Y, especially.
Dan's the one who used a referral code, and he did the 19. Yeah, thanks again, Dan. Yeah.
He said, love the upgrades to them. Oh, look, even the dogs are excited.
They're all excited. Like, what's going on?
Love the upgrades to the Model Y, especially the headliner. Wish Tesla would offer that as an option. I agree. It makes the car feel so much more premium having that Alcantara. I absolutely love it. To be honest, I'm almost making my Y an S or an X.
Yeah, it's
Let's
funny
be
too,
real.
when the Model 3 first came out, back in
It did have
2017,
Yeah.
the first couple thousand cars did have Alcantara.
Yep.
And then Tesla, when they ramped up production, they got rid of Alcantara and just did that
It's because
gray cloth.
Alcantara, the brand, is a very specific product,
they
and it's expensive stuff.
Yeah.
The material is not cheap.
Than the standard they use now. So yeah, but it does look nice in the Y. I really like that because it feels
so
just like
good.
in the S.
So good.
Yeah.
I love the wrap. Don't get me wrong, but that Alcantara.
And we
nice.
chatted with Tesla in the past too, because when they had the chrome and then blackout, we were like, why don't you have a blackout package so people don't have to do the chrome delete? And now at least they finally heard people on the Y, it comes standard with the black, but then now you have people that are like, I want chrome. So it's like it would be nice if they had a couple more options and a couple more paint colors and
Let's see. David said, thanks for all the great accessory suggestions. Love my abstract ocean key fob cover. Awesome. I'm glad you love it. We actually have those on all of ours and couldn't be happier.
Yeah.
Because it really protects them.
I see Steve Forter is asking a few times about the speculations for battery day, and I think that's what we were talking. Maybe they'll have a 1,000,000-mile battery. Maybe they'll talk about they're going to bring those
new cells
over to the S and X. We'll see.
Or maybe there's a completely new cell they've developed.
Chemistry.
Super capacitors. I mean, there's so many things. Maybe we'll make a speculation about battery day video where we just kind of go over what we think could happen. I think that would be kind of fun. Have like a before a during, and maybe like an even
and see
after.
if we got anything right.
I know, or how far we were.
Yeah.
But I mean, to be honest, I am kind of thinking maybe Plaid Model S will be announced at Battery Day.
Yeah, because it is right. It's towards the end of September, so that's
thinking.
Into the third quarter. So
Yep.
it means they're gonna really need the demand lever, for fourth quarter. So
I could see it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Let's see. Somebody mentioned odd colors happening from their side cameras on the Model Y. I have not actually noticed that. I would maybe try a hard reset. So put your foot on the brake and push down both scroll wheels until the center screen turns black, and see if maybe that fixes it.
And I haven't seen that on the Y or yet. So if you're still seeing that after rebooting, you might need to take it in and have them check it. It could be maybe that just as we saw in our video this week, those cameras just plug in via a little like mini coax kind of cable there. So it's possible maybe it's not attached right way, and that's causing the color to be off. But that's something we didn't talk about. But for those of you who haven't seen the video yet, we upgraded the side repeater cameras on the Model S. They used to be the original RCCC cameras, which were in color, but they were kind of missing bluish and green colors. And we swapped them out with brand new cameras, latest ones available for like the Model S and X that are off the line today. And it worked, and no problem, plug and play, and now we have much better color. Still not as good as the rear view camera, but now we have much better color, and that really helps on the dash cam or Sentry cam views.
Yeah. Okay, follow even more behind. Sorry, guys. A lot of comments. A lot of good questions, though. Graham said, has Tesla taken the King set of Model Y? I just ordered one. Congratulations on ordering one, first off. Second off, I really think they've done a really good job. I would just maybe keep an eye out on like door panel gaps and make sure everything is sitting flush. That's really kind of like maybe the bigger issue right now. But a lot of those are really easy for them to tweak.
But our cars, I mean, we took delivery of 2 Model Ys this year, one in March and one in June. Each of them had a couple minor issues, but each of them were not worth rejecting delivery on.
Yeah.
So and
it's
Tesla
stuff that
fixed
can be fixed.
almost everything right away, and then we're just getting other stuff done like getting Homelink installed. So I would, if you're interested in Model Y, definitely go ahead and take delivery.
Yep. WFS Media said, I had a mobile FSD upgrade last week. The tech was cool. Let me help out where I could. It'd be cool to see if your tech would let you help film. So, I mean, I've helped some techs before. I've never been one to necessarily throw a camera in the tech's faces just because Tesla corporate. I don't want to get anyone in trouble. While the tech might be cool with it, I don't know about corporate without asking, and I'm not willing to risk someone's job for that. But I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, and if you don't record the employee, maybe you at least get some video or some still shots of when the parts are like the bumpers off and stuff like that.
Yep. DB's10 said, if you could restart your channel and only had to make videos on one Tesla model, what would you choose? Probably Y, because it's the newest.
Yeah.
But I mean, 3 is probably one of the most popular right now. So
the Y is
probably
really,
Y.
I think though that they're going to sell more Ys than all the, as Elon said, they're going to sell more Ys once they get ramped up than all the other models combined, because it's a good compromise. It's got more space than the S, more not as much as the X, but a little more than the S, and definitely more comfortable than the 3, just because it's taller up.
Steve said, I would ask the board to open the app section for third-party apps, or make an app store, or open to Android Auto or CarPlay. It's actually a great idea.
That would be really nice. Or another thing I wish they had out for like the Tesla API. There's all these third-party companies that are kind of just pulling the data straight from Tesla.
Yeah.
It's like Tesla should provide all that data, so if you can see all your charging history, your location. There's so many things that Tesla could be providing via the software's out there. They should provide it instead of having to go to another company.
Yeah. Joe said, are we going to attend Battery Day?
I don't think they're going to invite us. If they
I think it's
going to
be a closed event.
I will be off, or I will be taking vacation that week just in case. So I'll be available if they should
call us,
invite
Tesla.
People. Yeah, we'll be there.
But yeah, given the whole environment and everything, I don't know what they're going to do.
People, because it's just like, who knows if they have media there. Hey, we can get I'll wear a media badge.
I'll wear it. I'm down. Carlos said, did anyone notice Tesla added the open door icon to the door release button on Model Y? I bought some from Abstract Ocean and didn't end up needing to use them. I actually haven't. Are you sure it wasn't a car that somebody
stuck the buttons on already?
Because I'm curious.
That'd be interesting.
Because I've returned several Model 3s. Well, not returned. I've traded in several Model 3s, and I kept those all on it every time.
Yeah.
So somebody might have gotten a Model 3 with the door
That'd
button.
be interesting to see. But, when they first came out with the Model X, the second row buttons were not intuitive at all. People would try to pull it up, and they finally upgraded the button. And it's like, oh yeah, open, close. So it's possible they finally decided to upgrade those buttons so they were a little more intuitive.
On said, will you be getting winter tires for your wife? So what do you plan on going with? I am. I'm actually in talks with some people about making a video about it, and I'll keep you updated. Let's see. El Nerdo, love the name, said, do you think FSD will ever be included by default? Not unless they raise the price of everything by 8,000.
Yeah, I think they try to keep it separate just because it lets you buy in a little cheaper.
Yeah.
And it's something you can always add later. That's nice because it helps lower the price. You can buy the Tesla and then just add it as a software update later.
Yep. Black House Brew said, when I get my Y, I want to add front window tint. Any recommendations for type, darkness, and what about price? So front window is in the windshield or the side windows for the driver passenger? Anyway, for the front windshield, I normally do like a 70%. I keep it light, but at the same point, I still get the good properties from that tint to make sure that I can get some good heat rejection. For the front passenger and driver window, I go like 20%. I keep it dark. It's not always illegal it's not always legal where you might live, so keep in mind that before you go do it. But yeah, that's how I do it. I think it looks great. I like dark tint, especially with white interior.
Did you see Abstract Ocean chimed in? They said that Tesla has updated the buttons on the new Ys.
Boo!
Wow.
Okay.
So
Thank you for chiming in. I actually haven't seen
confirmation.
it yet.
Yeah. What if our car has them? We just haven't noticed.
No, because I put the Abstract Ocean on.
Okay, so it's like I've only been in the car a couple times, but
yeah, that would be funny though. So it will have it, but it's from Abstract Ocean.
Yeah.
Let's see. Bill said when he tried to add a referral code, they said he has to cancel the order and reorder using the referral link. Lame. That's kind of a bummer. But that kind of goes in line with what I've actually heard.
I see John checked into another super chat.
Oh, John, $2 super chat. I like the monitor.
The battery
temp on a Model Y. That would be cool too.
It would be nice if they added that, something you could see in the car. There's a lot more, kind of like with the energy graph. It'd be nice if they had some other gauges like that for showing the temperatures. Or if you could get that, again, via the app, or, be able to download that data and view it on your computer at home.
Yep. And then Watch Rebuild's channel chimed in with a $5 super chat, said, hi guys, welcome. Thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Trying to see where I'm at with
somebody said
comments. A lot of people are answering other people.
Terry
so thank
Thompson says the AO buttons look way better than the new Tesla buttons. That's a nice compliment to Abstract Ocean.
There you go.
Wow.
Problem solved. Case closed. Diego said you broke 500 viewers today, guys. Love the show. My fiance gets jealous every Sunday afternoon. Oh my God, don't get in trouble. But I appreciate the viewership. Tell her I said hi. Best wishes. And yeah, 540 people right now in chat watching. So thank you.
And for those of you who haven't been here before, we try to do this about every week, sometimes Saturday, sometimes Sunday, just to get together, talk about some Tesla news, and then we just like to chat and answer some questions. So definitely feel free to join us.
Yep. Always, definitely subscribe, hit that little bell so you know when we are going live and everything.
Sometimes we're on longer than others. Tonight might be a little shorter, but sometimes we've done these marathon, almost 2.5 hours. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's fun.
DBeast10, if you could only pick one car to drive the rest of your life, what would you pick? Okay, so I'm gonna go practical. Cybertruck.
Well, existing car. You don't have a Cybertruck yet.
Why? I know yours.
No, you said Y, Model Y. Okay.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Y. Sorry.
No, I would still say Model S for now.
See, there you go.
I like my Model S, but I mean, the Model Y is great. We drove it back on the road trip last week. It was fun. I always drive my S, but I had no problem driving the Y. It's just the same. And we did have the problem where I accidentally overwrote Eric's profile when I got in.
Oh, yeah.
But create a new one.
I forgive him.
I saw somebody else was asking about profile. I don't know where it scrolled off, but they were talking about with their phones and stuff on the profile. But yeah, it doesn't. We tried that once before, long ago, when we first got the 3, or we were running around the car, and it always did the correct profile. But that was on the Model 3, and they had like Bluetooth antennas all around.
We'll have to try it on Y.
Try that on the Y and see if that works, because I don't typically drive the Y, so we haven't had that issue, but we should definitely test it out and see how it compares to the 3's performance.
Yep. Zoltan said Hardware 4 should be coming out soon. They said it takes 2 years, and they were halfway through
back in
on
April.
Autonomy Day in 2019. So I think Hardware 4, though, is mainly just going to be a like new computer.
Faster, yeah.
Like faster processor. And
Who
everything.
knows?
I don't know if it's going to be hardware.
They could have other radar. Who knows?
Well, yeah.
We never know.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
But still, there's still a lot of life left in hardware because they're upgrading everybody up. They're not going to upgrade it and be like, okay, sorry, and turn it off.
Watch Rebuild's channel, again with another $5 super chat. Thank you very much. I said, what do you think about the talks of Cybertruck floating like a boat? I'm down to try it.
Yeah. I want to have some confirmation. I want some more confirmation before we actually try that. I don't want to like drive a brand new Cybertruck into the water and have it just drive along the bottom.
Insurance. Make sure we have flood insurance.
Yeah.
That would be pretty funny.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know Elon has said that about some others. Like you can drive an S through the water too and steer it by turning
people
the
have
wheel.
had issues with
some
the
people
motor.
tried that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't try that. If you don't have to.
Jonathan said, wait, the Model Y has an Alcantara headliner? Yes.
Ours does.
Ours does. So if you check out, I think it's a video, maybe the third or fourth video, newest video.
Wasn't it like last week?
I got the vehicle. Oh, yeah.
It was like last Tuesday or Wednesday, something
I
like
got
that.
the vehicle wrapped out in California and everything by T-Sport Line. And also splurged a little bit and got the whole headliner redone in Alcantara and all the plastic pieces, color matched and everything. And it looks dope.
It really looks nice. Somebody was asking.
So much better than the fabric.
Somebody was asking if you thought it made it more claustrophobic or.
Oh no.
Yeah, it looks great. It's just like the S and the X when that ours had Alcantara, so it looks nice. It just matches.
Yeah. Diego said, "Did you like my idea of having the viewers vote on a stitching design for the headrest? Pick 3 and we can vote on it." I did. We're trying to just make sure we can get someone local who can do it. And
we go to a place for like embroidery and stuff like that, but we haven't. I don't know if they are open currently. They might be. We haven't been by there.
I think it's appointment only.
Okay.
From what I've read, but we are looking into it, and as soon as we can get a few options, we'll go ahead and post a photo of it. Because unfortunately, we can't do live polls in an actual video. YouTube has taken that away.
Well, we could add it. Maybe
but
to the
we can do
website
it on a.
Yeah.
Well, we can do it on just a post on YouTube. I'll just post a photo.
Oh, okay.
And we can do a poll there. And whatever you guys pick, we're gonna get in the headrest. So we'll probably give you 3 choices. I mean, it's not gonna be crazy. Let's be real. But we'll give you guys like 3 choices, and that'll be it. Yeah, it'll be. Well, there'll be some fun choices too. Maybe we'll do a few more choices. I don't know. Let's see. But yeah, the Alcantara, I don't think makes it feel smaller at all. I just think it looks so much better than that fabric.
Oh, I see Jeff in Reno is asking if my mom has solar and Powerwalls in Reno. She does not yet, but she basically just retired. She's going to be moving to Colorado, and we're hoping she's going to be able to get a, I'm definitely, every time she looks at a house, I check to see what the solar potential is. So hopefully once she gets moved out here, she'll be getting solar.
Tom Woolley said, any inside information on the Tesla wristwatch? I don't know what you're speaking about.
What? Oh yeah, I heard that they were working on something, but I don't know why. Unless it's going to be something that you can control your car, but it seems like they could do that via some other like Android or Apple, watch. Maybe they just want entire functionality.
Time will tell.
Or maybe it's just going to be a key. Who knows?
Yeah. John said he uses the Mr. Car Wash on his Model Y. They do an excellent job. No scratches. Good. I'm terrified about scratching my car, so I actually do like hand washes only. It takes a lot longer, but it's nice. Robert Tucker, thank you for the $5 super chat. Really appreciate it. Again, you guys are killing it today, just like last week. Do you think the Autopilot rewrite will be wrapped up into and included as part of version 11?
I bet
it's that time of the year.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more.
It's been a while since we had a big point release like that.
Yeah, so the only thing is if Autopilot rewrite's mainly going to be on the back end, what are they going to do to make front end version 11 special?
Yeah.
Food for thought.
Speaking of food, the kid keeps coming and he's like, hey, it's getting close to dinner time.
It's soon.
He's 1 minute late. He knows that it is time for dinner.
He's got it down to the T.
Like, I'm hungry.
Brian said, I'm converting my 2012 Model S to black Alcantara. Didn't S always have it or no?
I guess maybe not. Maybe you had to have the premium package.
Yeah. It looks great. 2 thumbs up.
Or maybe they made it standard later on, but yeah, I didn't realize they didn't have it way back then. Yeah. At least not on all cars.
Yeah. Joe said, thought all shareholders could go to Battery Day. I mean, it really depends on the situation in the world and where it's held and what the...
Because they probably...
social gathering,
social distancing. Yeah, they're not going to have a huge amount of people. It's not going to be like hundreds of people like they might normally have in California.
I would think they're just going to live stream it, and if they do, we will have that on our live stream and immediately maybe talk like during it a little bit, but definitely talk after.
So it'll be available. Everybody should be able to see
Yeah.
it at ir.tesla.com and go find the date, and it should be live streamed then. So.
Yep.
I hope that'd be nice though if they did have a few press people, you know.
Yeah.
A few.
Hint, hint, Tesla. We're available. We have the weeks off. Let's see. Oh, I accidentally just
We could
pressed
drive
a
out there
button.
too.
We totally could drive out. That
Yeah.
would be fun.
Take a Tesla or two.
Or 2 or 3.
Well, we need another driver if we did that.
We could do that. Let's see. Answered that. Did that. Wow. Awesome. Thank you guys for helping out with answering some other people's questions. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, that's one thing though. When we do get a lot of people in here, sometimes the chat just scrolls by and we're not able to get to everything. But we're not ignoring you.
Yeah. Someone said, "Is that the man cave?" I mean, basically, this is a studio.
We don't really hang out here. This is just for
No,
the,
this
it's
is
the
it.
studio.
This is where I edit all my videos on this screen. This screen is where I game on this computer. Then I have a separate computer for this. When we live stream, we actually use both computers, just so it doesn't get too overwhelming.
So this is and for editing, Eric's.
Yeah, and then all my camera gears over on like
and his toys.
on these other stuff. Yeah, and some toys, and
Tesla
then
toys.
all this camera gear. Well, sneak peek. You ready for this? You want to open and show them what's behind door number 1?
This one.
It's a mess. Don't judge me, everybody. But here we have like my power stations.
A lot of battery chargers and batteries.
My mic set up, my Ronin, and then a bunch of random
and it
stuff.
automatically closes. Cool.
I know. It's because otherwise everyone sees my like junk drawer. Everything gets thrown in there. Yeah. Let's see. Greg said waiting on my Model Y order, should be here within the next few weeks. Congratulations. Still nervous with range anxiety and the amount of driving I do for work. How much driving do you do for work in like a day? Just curious. And what are your charging options at home? That'll help us answer that for you. Jonathan said, for the Model Y, can you see through the roof from the outside? I'm contemplating whether to get clear ceramic tint and keep the view to put up darker tint for privacy. So from like standing at the rear glass, you really can't see in much. Now on the rear glass, I did a 70% tint to help like keep all like the UV and everything out and kind of reject some of that heat. But you really can't see through that much. If anything, I would maybe suggest do a 70%, add a little bit, but not too much. I definitely wouldn't do a 20% on top of what's there because that would be real dark. Ellie said saw a Model Y at Mammoth Mountain this weekend. Where's Mammoth Mountain?
Is it California? I don't know.
California maybe? Sorry, I honestly don't know where that is.
Is that Manly?
Not the greatest with that. Jonathan said, what's your favorite PC game? I mean, Warzone is a great one. I used to be big on Fortnite. Yeah. Fall Guys. I've been seeing a lot of that lately everywhere. Haven't tried it yet, though, but I kind of want to. Just, you know, time is the enemy. Let's see.
I think we should.
Okay, I guess.
Do a giveaway. So
David wants to do a giveaway.
We have like over 500 viewers, which, you know, sometimes we do. We had over 1,000 something one day. But anyways, we have 500 viewers. I think we should give away
Oh, no.
a red
Oh, it's a red. Oh.
Samsung
I guess we're on the wrong camera. Here we go.
Yeah.
A red one of these.
for trivia. This way we
Trivia.
can give it live to whoever answers the question first in chat.
Oh, you're going to do first?
Yeah, because we
Okay.
got to do it live.
So here's the only thing, though. For a giveaway, I'm going to need...
Yeah, how are we gonna?
Because to verify it, you're going to need to have a Twitter account so that I can, like,
How are we
DM
gonna
you.
wait a minute, maybe we need to think this over.
I know,
because
that's why I was
the
like,
problem
I
is
didn't
we
think
can
this
chat with
through.
you, but we don't want you giving your email address or anything out to everybody.
I know.
Yeah.
This is tricky. I told you.
I didn't want to.
I told you. Okay.
How can we do it?
So, I mean, we can try it, but if you can't contact me on Twitter like right now, and I give you a code, and then you post it in chat so I know it's you to be able to give it away.
Like a DM in Twitter?
Yeah. So you can DM me in Twitter real quick.
Oh yeah, we can do it live real quick. Yeah. Twitter or Instagram?
No, Twitter.
Okay.
I don't. Yeah, going back and forth would be tough. But it's
Okay.
whoever says the trivia answer first in chat. I'll let you
This'll be a
DM
fun-
me on Twitter. I'll
Yeah.
give you a code. You can post it in this chat so I know it's you, and we'll ship this to you.
So tell them what it is.
It is a 500 gigabyte SSD drive. This is what we use in all our cars for Sentry mode, dash cam, everything. Super dope.
It has cables for both micro USB and USB-C.
Yep.
So it'll work in any car.
A lot of people very excited.
So we got to figure out.
Okay, it can be Instagram or Twitter.
Yeah, because not everybody
We'll
has
say
Twitter.
that.
We'll say
But yeah, so whoever.
well, you gotta give out your Twitter information.
I'll
or
put
give
it
out-
up.
And your Instagram
I'll put it up.
information.
So it's the first person in chat to correctly put the answer.
Another thing too is before
We
you.
clearly haven't thought this.
Well, no, yeah, this is spur of the moment. But before announcing which answer is correct, do you want them to send it to you via Twitter in addition to chat? Or
I
do you
can't
or do
deal
you
with
want
that
to
many. I already have hundreds of
so
messages.
you're going to have to say, are you going to announce it as soon as you see the right answer and say
Yes.
you are the winner? Okay.
Yes, as soon as I see the right answer.
And then, so then you'll get you'll get a message, hopefully from the one person, and then you will reply back to them.
So I will say who won, and then I will ask them to DM me on Twitter and
And
Instagram.
hopefully their username matches. Or
Yeah.
you can see Sam. We'll try it out. If it doesn't work this time, then we'll have to
God.
figure out something else
This
for
is
future
good. I
contests.
hope this doesn't turn
But we're
into a
giving this
nightmare.
away.
Okay. Do you want to say what the contest
Which trivia
is?
question do you want? It's basically.
I want the
for-
second one.
The second one. Okay, that's a little.
So this is
easier, I think.
this is going to be rewarding people who have
Is it a two-part answer or a one? Do they have to have both parts?
both parts.
Okay. Okay.
So this is like a throwback video, question about that video.
From what 2016 or 20? I believe one of
Yep.
our earliest Tesla videos, and we've discussed it here a few times on chats. So if you've watched us over the past
Oh my
few
God,
months,
this video gives me nightmares too.
you go back to one of our early videos. It was very. Wait, you can't pull it up though because
I'm not gonna, not that
you
they
can
can
get
see
it
it,
ready. Get it ready.
but you guys will have to put the answer in chat.
Some people might be throwing the answer because they know which one.
I know.
It's one of our
Don't-
most embarrassing videos
Yeah.
ever.
Don't say too much right now. Don't email me or don't message me your guesses on Twitter or anything. Put them in the chat, and the first message we see with the correct answers, you'll get it.
Oh, somebody wants to know if you can put an Amazon link for that product to show what it is that because we got them from Samsung directly, but I'm sure they have them on.
I will work on that.
too.
But you go. It's a two-part answer.
Okay, so it's two-part answer, but basically going back to 2016 when we were first getting started in YouTube, we did a lot of different ideas for videos, and one of them that we did, if you remember, we drove up to the mountains and we did something called Tesla Taste Test Tuesday, and it was one of our
It's a terrible video.
very low views. I think it got 1,500
Okay,
views.
you better hurry. People are
Maybe we'll
starting
get
to
more.
guess.
But anyways, what two foods did we test in that Tesla Taste Test Tuesday video? And if you can list both foods, if you remember, post it right away. If
I
you
mean,
don't,
I'm
go track
seeing
down that video, and I'll give you a hint. It was from 2016. I believe
It's a double-part answer.
So there's two foods,
There's two foods.
and if you can list out those foods, first person that can be validated wins this Samsung portable
It's two
SSD
things.
drive. Oh, somebody got it. Somebody
No,
got it.
I'm seeing the first one.
I see. I see people. Oh,
I mean,
somebody got half of it.
a lot
Yeah,
of
there
people
were
got
two
half
foods.
of it.
But
Okay, I guess we just have to accept it.
well, let's just wait and see. Somebody might get both of them because I see that two people came out with it at like the same time, but there were two foods. I think we said two foods. So I mean, oh wait, somebody got it. Somebody got it.
Okay, who is it?
710. It looks like I'm looking.
So I see 710 Nathan said Swedish fish and Oreo Swedish fish.
Where's that at though? Because there was somebody else said that at the same time.
It was right before Carlos said it.
So where are you at in the chat? So anyways,
Okay, we're looking. So
because I see Aaron got it here as well. It looks Aaron's.
Swedish. A lot of people said Swedish fish and Oreos.
Yeah, but
Is that acceptable, or do you want Swedish fish Oreos?
I think that's I don't know.
We really didn't plan
yeah.
this.
Wait. Well, this one. Yeah. Oh.
I think Brandon
Aaron. Who was it? Aaron?
Wait, what time was that?
They're both at 7:10.
Yeah, that's what I see right
Are
here.
those the two that you saw?
Yeah, a bunch of people said it at 7:10, but this is the. If you want Swedish fish Oreos, it's Nathan's the one that first got it, I think.
How about?
Okay, what do you want to do?
Why don't you?
You tell the camera what you want to do.
Okay, I think we're gonna have two. So we're gonna say
So who got
Brandon and Aaron. So basically, they both had it right at the same time. I don't see anybody above that.
They said Swedish fish and Oreos.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh yeah. Brandon said Swedish Fish and Oreos. Swedish
double check
Fish.
because I don't think anybody else said Swedish Fish and Oreos both.
Yeah.
Before that.
Timeout on the field. We are double checking.
Yeah. Sorry.
Checking the vlog. Oh yeah. So Brandon Nixon technically said Swedish Fish and Oreo Swedish Fish first.
Yeah. So you want to do both of them?
And then who gets the other one?
They were both right there next to each other.
Aaron said Swedish Fish and Oreos.
Yeah, he was
didn't
the
say
first.
Swedish Fish. But
Swedish
other people,
Fish is Swedish Fish.
But other people said that first.
But they didn't say.
Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna just give Brandon one today, and we'll do another giveaway next time.
Okay, sorry, Aaron.
So that's, I think, what we're gonna do. So Brandon Nixon.
Because he did give the more precise answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a 2-part answer, and it was Swedish Fish and Swedish Fish Oreos, or Oreo Swedish Fish, same thing. So yeah, a lot of people said Swedish Fish and Oreos, but we were looking for Swedish Fish Oreos. So Brandon, if you want to message me on Twitter or Instagram, links are down below. I'll give you a code. You can throw it in chat real quick so I know it's the same person. And we will mail you out an SSD. And we will give away another one next week about a previous video. So keep that in mind.
Hopefully we'll have, and if we do have another contest, hopefully we'll have the rules.
Yeah, we'll figure it out
the answer,
beforehand.
the exact answer, and we'll
He
have it all.
decided to do this spur of the moment.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I didn't know this. But I'll tell you this. This is embarrassing. This video has 780 views.
That's all. I thought we at least had 1,000 on that one.
And it's a very embarrassing video with an ad. Oh, I'm not signed in on here.
Oops.
Anyway, can I get copywritten for showing my own video?
I
That'd
don't
be funny.
think so.
Anyway.
Oh, it's not centered though. You gotta scoot it over.
Oh, lame. I don't know what my computer's doing.
Hey, I'm wearing that same shirt. What are the chances?
Oh my god. Oh my god, he's wearing the same shirt, everybody.
I really do have more than one shirt.
I don't know about that. That's
Oh boy, that means that
3
shirt's
years.
only 4 years old. Wow, okay, it still works.
Well, it happened. So yeah, jeez, God, wow, that was kind of creepy.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's why I brought up that video.
So yeah, there we go. Okay, well, next time we'll try to think this through a little bit more.
So are you watching your Twitter?
I'm watching.
I know. So we got a.
Brent said buy the guy a different shirt. So we made $43 in super chat today. Huge shout out to everybody who donated.
We actually are
no
going to be getting some new
requirement,
shirts. We are going to
but
be getting some new shirts.
We're going to use that $43 and buy this man a new shirt and throw that one away. No, we'll donate it.
Maybe we'll finally have
I'm
some
looking on
merch,
Twitter.
too.
Did you send me a message, Brandon? Brandon? Did we get a message? I just need to verify
Hopefully
this.
it's still there because we've had the problems in the past where we have giveaways and then
No.
the people disappear.
They disappear. Hopefully you didn't disappear, Brandon.
Anyways, maybe you could answer another question or something.
No, he responded and said, wow. Okay, anyway.
Oh, Brandon said he did
DM'd
DM
on
you on
Insta.
Insta.
Okay, I'm looking real quick, and then I'm going to send you a code, and then I'm going to have you post that.
Okay, somebody, while you're doing that, solar question, can
Yeah, you
primary
go
users
solar.
share access to solar app? Yes, basically, well, I'm trying to think. Maybe not, because we actually, yeah, you can't, I don't think you can set it up the same way you can with cars. Basically, in the app, if you have multiple cars, you want to share cars, you can go right in and you can choose which car can be viewed by whatever person. You can add people yourself, no problem, it instantly takes effect. For solar, it can still be shared, but I think you still have to contact Tesla. But basically, we do have solar visible on 2 or 3 different accounts, and you can and funny thing too, you can actually have the Powerwalls totally separately, so you can have somebody that could just see the solar production, or you can also have the Powerwalls if you do have Powerwalls, and you can see that within the app. Oh, and I see Oculus Quest.
Oh, no.
He's more money for sure. Wow, we're gonna.
I didn't mean for you guys to have to donate money. We
well,
can buy another shirt. I didn't realize he's wearing the same shirt as 3 years ago. That's
4 years
embarrassing.
ago. So Oculus Quest fan, cool.
But thank you for the $20.
You know, we've been talking about the past couple days, so we are going to get some shirts.
Okay.
So we might be having.
Brandon just posted the code.
Okay. Is
So,
it correct?
yeah, sold to Brandon for the fun price of free everything and free shipping. We will be doing another giveaway. Next week we'll be giving away the other one during live stream, and we will think about a fun way to do that and make it a little bit
Probably
more.
we should do another trivia one. So definitely check some of the older videos.
Oculus said I was gonna donate anyway. Thank you though. That's actually
That'll help
kind
though,
of
because
funny.
we are looking at some shirts.
Yeah, maybe merch.
Yep.
Maybe. Diego said I'll send you $20 to burn the shirt. Haha. I mean,
Well, we could do that. We could do it with a flamethrower.
but
Not a flamethrower.
the shirt's
I
still
like the
good.
shirt,
We
though.
could
It's still
donate
good.
it if anything.
That's true. Yeah.
Somebody else could probably utilize it. I mean, he's been
But
wearing
you know
it for
what?
3 years and it still works.
Yeah.
We should go back in every video, go through and see if how many times you've worn that shirt in a video.
Yeah. And then have that as a trivia. No.
God, that'd be funny.
Anyways, we should try to wrap this up here. But
yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Huge shout out to the 520 people that have been here today. Make sure you.
It got even higher. It was at 50.
Big thumbs up. I really appreciate all of you, and make sure you subscribe if you haven't, and turn on the bell because we still have some more of these to give away. Congratulations again to Brandon. And we still have a lot of other fun stuff to give away.
Oh yeah, we have all kinds of.
I need to go grab something.
I know what he has. He got some new toys. Eric got a case of new toys delivered sometime a couple days ago, and I know it's maybe we'll giving those away. Again, we don't have giveaways every week, but and typically we try to answer a lot of questions, but we kind of got sidetracked here because we're giving away that SSD drive. But I can hear him running around upstairs trying to find his package. But yeah, here he comes. He's running down the stairs. Oh, there he is.
Dog's got excited. Oh, I thought I put it on your camera. Sorry.
Oh yeah, that's
Snake everybody. Okay.
I told him he got a new toy.
This just came out, and I got a case of them. So
what is it?
This is Tesla came out with a semi version with Matchbox. Like this one, and now they came out with this one. It's like copper pipe and like.
Those are pipes? I thought they were logs.
No, they're pipes. I don't really think it makes sense, but it's kind of cool.
What?
But yeah, we'll go ahead and do some giveaways with stuff like that.
And it's got a little forklift-like thing on there too.
It better be electric powered.
Hopefully.
I don't know, but we'll be doing some stuff with this, and yeah. Oh, cool though. I didn't notice. We now have a black and a silver.
Oh.
So,
cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, that'll be for next week.
So we'll be doing some other fun giveaways, and I kind of like the giveaway on the live stream. That's fun. So we might continue this. We'll just make sure we can get it figured out and polished a little bit more, kind of a spur of the moment.
But also make sure to get on Twitter or Instagram just so that if we do still validate you that way, make sure you have access so you can join in and send us
a message and everything.
Yeah, and validate who you are, yeah.
Yep. Watch Rebuild channel. Again, thanks for the $5 super chat. I said great video, guys. Thank you guys very much. Really appreciate you hanging out. And again, huge thanks to our channel sponsor, Abstract Ocean. If you are unfamiliar with them, I highly recommend you check them out. All kinds of really cool accessories for Tesla Model S, X, 3, and Y. And using code Tesla Inventory will get you 15% off your first order. We have officially done every single one of their accessories, barring any maybe fun new stuff coming out. And all great products and great customer service, great people. It's amazing stuff. So definitely check them out if you haven't already, and they really help support the channel and make all this possible. So huge shout out to them. As always though, thumbs up if you haven't already, and let us know if you're excited for some other giveaways. If your question was not answered during the live stream, I apologize. Definitely put it down in the comment section once this video gets uploaded to YouTube. It normally takes about 20-30 minutes after we end the live stream, and we will try our best to answer it there. But as always, we will see you guys next week. Have a great week. Stay safe. We'll see you later. Yeah, and the dogs steal a show every time. I agree, Jim.
Have a good one.